Hey, Dr. Jones here with Advanced Family Eye Care. In today's video, we're going to discuss 5 tips to help reduce headaches and eye strain while working on the computer. Stay tuned because we're going to give you a lot of good info, but at the end, we're going to give you some of the new things that we've discovered about eye strain and headaches and really how we can solve them better than we ever have before. So stay tuned to the end. You know, headaches and eye strain with computer use are something that I experience every day in practice now. I have many patients coming in complaining of this. I mean, we all spend a ton of time on the computer today, so it's not surprising that that is the case. What I'd like to do today is give you 5 tips to help you reduce that, to make your workday better. And so what I'd like to do is, number 1, go into the causes, and then after that, we'll talk about how to solve some of those problems. First cause often is postural issues. People, when they're sitting at the computer, their posture's not good. They're not set up just right. So we'll discuss that and how to set that up better. Next one, dryness. A lot of times as we're working on the computers, our blink rate slows, the amount of tears our eyes are producing reduces, and because of that, our eyes will dry out. We'll talk about some ways to help you with that. Are your eyes in focus? If your eyes aren't focused on the screen appropriately, or if that image isn't clear, that's going to cause you strain all day long and really cause you to have difficulty while working on the computer. So making sure that focus is what it needs to be, we'll talk about that. And the last one is, are your eyes lined up on the screen properly? Are both eyes pointing at the right place to help you see that screen comfortably? That actually turns out to probably be one of the biggest issues that is causing headaches and eye strain. And so we'll cover that and how to best make sure that those eyes are lined up correctly. So we'll cover them all today and see if we can't make you more comfortable. So the first issue we're going to want to discuss is postural issues. How are you sitting at your computer? Is that set up correctly? So there's a couple easy things to remember when you're setting up your computer workstation. Number 1 is called the 90-90-90 rule. And what we really want to do is we want to have, you're sitting with your back straight, so about 90 degrees. Your elbows at about 90 degrees. And I'm not quite right here. This is probably one of the reasons I have headaches. But you'd like maybe this chair to be a little bit lower so your elbows are at 90 degrees. And then you'd like your feet, your knees at 90 degrees as well. So setting up that workstation so you can sit straight up, your elbows are at 90 degrees, and your feet or your knees are at 90 degrees, that's really going to reduce a lot of strain for you. Try to set up your workstation that way. That may mean raising your monitor a little bit. As far as monitor position, you're going to want to be looking maybe right at the top of your monitor or maybe just down a little bit. So when you're looking straight ahead, you want it to be about right here to here is where you want your eyes to be. That's just going to make that monitor a lot easier to look at all day long. So those are the things posturally we want to look at. Remember, 90, 90, so our back's at 90, our elbows are at 90, our knees are at 90, and that monitor is either we're looking right at the top of it or slightly down when we look straight ahead. Those postural issues will help you be a lot more comfortable while working on the computer. The second issue we'd like to address is dryness. As I mentioned earlier, when you're working on the computer, 2 things happen. Number 1, your blink rate slows, and it's that blink that spreads new tears across the surface of your eye. Number 2, you produce less tears. Because of this, those tears can evaporate more quickly, and you've got less of them to work with. Your eyes can dry out. That's one thing I experience all the time. What can you do about that? Couple things. Number 1, just use some artificial tears. If we want to talk about what the easiest thing to do is, if you're going to be working on the computer for a while, put a little drop of artificial tear in. I really like something like this. This is Refresh Digital PF. It's preservative free, so the preservatives won't irritate your eyes, and it just rehydrates that eye. It gives you a little few extra tears to work with. That can make you really a lot more comfortable. The next issue we might want to address as far as dryness goes is just the quality of your tears. And the way we do that is by decreasing inflammation in and around your eyes. There are several ways to do this. You can take a nutritional supplement. These are usually based on using omega-3s. Some other stuff too. We have one we really like called Easy Tears. But by using a nutritional supplement, you can increase the quality of your tears and the amount of your tears and really make you a lot more comfortable. There's also some drops, some pharmaceutical agents we can use to decrease that inflammation and increase the quality of those tears. There's a couple other therapies that are out there, one called LipiFlow and some other things that you can do, but just by increasing the quality of those tears, you're going to have a lot less dryness and be a lot more comfortable each and every day. Glare is going to be the next issue, the third issue that we're going to want to try to address some way to help you be more comfortable on the computer screen. Glare can come from a lot of different places. It can come from overhead lighting like I have here. If I was working on a computer in this environment, these fluorescent lights are going to cast a lot of glare off my computer screen, really make it difficult. It's better to have a little dimmer overhead lighting. You need enough, but not too much, but avoid harsh glaring lights above your computer. That'll really help reduce glare. You can also use blue light blocking glasses. My glasses do that right now by reducing the amount of blue light that your eyes are receiving, and our computers give off a lot of this blue light. By reducing that amount of blue light your eyes are receiving, you're going to reduce a lot of glare. You can also get screens, just a filter that goes right over the top of your computer screen. You can find these on Amazon or some other places that will reduce that glare. There's also ways just to get in the settings of your phone or your computer screen and reduce some of that glare as well. I won't go into that too much right now, but know that's an option, and you can figure out how to do that just by looking online, and they'll teach you how to go into your settings and reduce some of those issues that may be causing you glare. So try to address the glare issues. Fourth issue, are your eyes focused appropriately? Do you have the right prescription in your glasses to make sure when you're looking at the screen, it's clear? Now, if you haven't ever had an eye exam, you really just don't know this. You may be able to go to get an eye exam, and so that'd be step one as far as looking at focus. Do you have the appropriate prescription in place? Second factor, when you're looking at a screen that's near like this, that's closer than distance, you have to actually focus your eyes a little bit. And when you're young, that's not a big deal. You can usually focus easily. But when you get to a place like I'm at, if you're over 40, this is going to become difficult for you. So having a pair of glasses that is specifically designed for this distance can really be a huge help, especially if you're working on multiple monitors. You know, often we can give somebody a pair of glasses that really works well for distance at them, but if they're working on 2 monitors, it is better to have a pair of glasses set up, focused right for the distance of those 2 monitors. By doing that for patients, I've made things a lot better for them. Go get an eye exam and make sure you've got the appropriate prescription in place for what you're trying to do. That can help you a lot as well. And by the way, if you've never had an eye exam and kind of wonder what that may be like, we've got a video above that will help you understand what to expect in an eye exam and help you see that's going to be a pretty simple and easy process. So you won't be nervous about that. So go ahead and look at that video, and that'll help you know what to expect there. The last issue I'd like to talk about today that will help you be a lot more comfortable on the computer screen is making sure your eyes are aligned right, that they're lined up on that screen as well as they need to be. This turns out to actually be probably one of the biggest factors that contributes to people not being comfortable on the computer screen. If you think about it, our eyes really like to point pretty much straight ahead most of the time. And where they need to be focused or aligned anyway is turned in just slightly. This effort, that requires effort to get those eyes lined up, and this effort that is required to get those eyes lined up can cause a lot of strain. That strain is actually what turns out to cause a lot of our headaches, a lot of our stiffness in our neck and our shoulders when we're working on computer screens, our eyes feeling dry, and a lot of other things. That alignment is so critical, and that's the new thing that we're looking at that is making a huge difference for people. Getting some glasses that do more than just make the vision clear, that help you get your eyes lined up, can be a huge help for you. And that is probably the biggest thing I've found lately that has been helping a lot of my patients. That difficulty in getting your eyes lined up causes an overstimulation of what's called the trigeminal nerve. This condition is called trigeminal dysphoria and can cause headaches, stiffness in our neck and shoulders, discomfort when working on the computer screens, your eyes feeling dry, light seeming too bright when you're working on the computer, and dizziness. And so if you're experiencing any of those things, it's most likely an alignment issue. So getting a pair of glasses that can help you with that is a huge help. That's called a neurolens. We'll talk about that in another video, but that is probably the biggest thing you can do to help reduce those headaches and eye strain while working on the computer. Now, I'm going to give you one little bonus tip, because this is something simple and something everybody can do right now to help reduce the computer strain or headaches you're getting while working on the computer. It's called the 20-20-20 rule, and it's just simply this. If you're working on the computer for long periods of time, every 20 minutes, take a 20-second break and look at something 20 feet away. Often that can really help you as well. So every 20 minutes, 20-second break, look at something 20 feet away, and I think that'll help you a lot as well. Now, I hope you've enjoyed the video today. I hope you found it helpful. If you have, please subscribe or hit the like button for us. That helps us a ton. And remember, if you have any other questions, we'd love to help you out. Give us a call or leave us a comment below, and we'll try to answer your questions for you. All right? Once again, thanks for watching, and I hope this really helps.